Hello everyone, and welcome to the 15th tournament of Irish Warrior. Last tournament we saw the third tournament of Era 3, and we saw 6 Stage 1 clears, 3 talented competitors get to the third stage, but no one was able to figure out the Giga Cliffhanger yet again. Will someone be able to pull it off today? We are about to find out. The first stage looks pretty similar to the last tournament other than a couple of changes. It all begins with the tombstones. This obstacle was a nightmare in the last tournament. It took out 26 people. Has been made easier though. The dismount has been made significantly shorter. And then you're onto the booby trap. Bounce your way across the 4 bouncers that go side to side and make your way onto the diamond back. This obstacle's been tricky since it debuted in Tournament 10. It's really an obstacle that can take out anyone at any given time. And then the baby dragon, make the big tramp jump onto the barrel. Barrel will roll down the track and then make that big dismount. And then you're onto the buoy tilt. This debuted in the last tournament, took out some strong competitors. The change here is the third buoy. It's been brought slightly closer to the second buoy, making the jump to the third buoy easier, but the jump off of it to the pole harder. And you have the pipe vault, jump on that first pole, it'll fall forward, and then you jump to the second one. If you time it correctly, then get up the escape wall, get up high enough to get in the mongoose, and then it all closes with the swivel swing. Make the trampoline onto the first swing, swing your way around, jump to the second one, jump to the third is slightly farther, and then that infamous dismount. If you can make that very important jump and do it all within 1:45, you are on to the second stage. There's 50 competitors here again, and we begin with Snack Bar, and it looked like a promising start, and then he just walked off the first tombstone. And so far we are off to a similar start to last time. 1 for 1 on the first obstacle, fails. A Gaunt Fan, we are now off to a worse start than last time, because number 2 is Mighty Max, and he actually beat the first obstacle, so tough scene there. But now we have Obi-Wan Colby. This is actually a sick gamer tag, I'm not gonna lie. This is kind of cool. I do not disapprove of this, but he's actually beaten the tombstones. Well done, sir. He's the first competitor onto the booby trap today. Takes a second to line it up. Didn't get a very good mount into it, but it looks like he's regained his momentum and he is handling it well. And he is through the booby trap and he is onto the diamond back. He's gonna go down this left side and he completely over jumps getting onto the first diamond. Yeah, that's probably one of the worst attempts we'll ever see at that obstacle, but still a good performance from Obi-Wan as we move on to Batang Gapo. He's onto the 4th tombstone and over jumps the 5th. Bit unfortunate there. But now, here's a newcomer with some promise. This is Noodlewares. Making his first appearance, obviously a low number because we randomized the newcomers here on this show. But Noodlewares has put up some great runs on other courses, most notably Spartan Sasuke, in which he made it to the 3rd stage in Spartan Sasuke 19. We'll see how he does today. Oh my goodness, what a weird technique! He did a slide and cut all of his momentum, and he's going for a double bounce on each bouncer. Didn't need it on the last one, he gets through. That was not the recommended technique by any circumstance there, but he pulled through. And now he's on a little erratic here on the diamond back, but he makes the jump from 2 to 3, goes quickly for the dismount, and he is there. He's the first competitor onto the baby dragon today. He goes right for it, and he makes the barrel. Well done. Now Noodlewares rolling his way down. Some save jumps here. This is the way to do it, and Noodlewares is through. 55 seconds, good pace to this point. He's onto the buoy tilt. Gotta time your jumps correctly. He's done well. They're going for the second one. Not a lot of tilt. Oh, and he gets the third. Oh, but he didn't get any tilt going for the dismount. What a crazy run that was on this obstacle. It looked like he was dead to rights on multiple occasions. And it's such a disappointment to see him go out here. It was a great run to this point, but as we saw, that first buoy didn't tilt the way he wanted, so he kind of had to go a little bit back and forth. He was able to get there. And then just a minuscule amount of tilt there on the second one. Makes the jump to the third, gets a save jump, but jumps into the pole, which stalls any tilt that buoy was going to get. Goes right for it. If he had waited just a half second or a second, I think he makes that jump and gets onto the pipe vault. But still an impressive newcomer performance from Noodle. And now it's time for our fast forward of the day, beginning with Prissy Waif. He overshot the second tombstone, Raptor Wolfie, yeah, he missed first jump. Not a great performance, but, you know, they happen. Then Killer Clone, except for he didn't spell clone correctly, and he overshot the first jump. CJ3983, yeah, we've seen this one before. He failed the first jump. And then Turner Yapper, probably the worst first jump attempt that we've seen. And then Nizbula. This guy was on Spartan Ninja Warrior. He actually beat the first obstacle and then did something I never thought I would see. He found a way to DQ himself. He jumps outside of the two walls in the booby trap, bounces his way up onto the support, and that is very much not allowed. And then we had Rod 1964 back to square one with first jump fails, and the guy in the starting line with him will end this fast forward. Samuel Lucas 1708. Is it Samuel or Lucas? I know that's like an overplayed joke, but yeah, he came up short of the third tombstone. And now here's another newcomer with some definite potential. This is Spartan Walnut 71. Now, he's definitely been kind of around the block as far as he tends to run the big three courses, but he's definitely started running a few more tournaments outside of those, and he's been a little bit more of a regular person in the jumping scene, which has been cool to see. And he beats the first obstacle on his first attempt here at this course. He's never had any massive breakout runs, but he's definitely shown some promise here on a few courses. A bit of a sloppy dismount on the booby trap, but he gets through that, and now he's onto the Diamondback. Takes a second there to set up, going for the second one. He is there. A little bit slow here, transitioning to the top of each diamond, but he's on the third one. And he's setting up for the dismount. We saw Tricky Cyrus do this in the last tournament, and burns you some time, but he is through. Misses a stair. He's definitely not going at the fastest pace. We'll see if he can get the Baby Dragon. Gets a bit of a late jump, but he still gets the barrel. 57 seconds, and this is when Noodle was getting onto the buoy tilt, so he's well down on time. See if he can beat this Baby Dragon. Gets a save jump. Oh, he tried to get a second, but he falls off the front of the barrel. Spartan Walnut. Unfortunate. It was a good first appearance, but he is out on the Baby Dragon. Now we have Snappish Gun. Interesting gamer tag, but he's going very rapidly. Reckless Abandon! Oh my goodness, he barely made that dismount. Thank goodness that jump got made easier for him. And he's now sizing up the booby trap, it looks like. He punched the wall there. He didn't want to do a Nesbula on the other side. He's okay. He's just scouting it out. Obviously, you know, this time limit is super lenient, as we saw in the last tournament, with the lack of time remaining from everyone clearing. And yeah, that was just not the technique. After like 3 goes at looking at that obstacle, that was about the worst technique you could come up with to do that obstacle, so well done there. And then Elinus, whatever that is, he failed to jump to the third tombstone. But believe it or not, that's the end of the newcomers. The rest of our competitors today, returning competitors, beginning with very looks. He failed the first obstacle in Tournament 12, and he's failed it again in Tournament 15. Now Sniper Slays, oh my gosh, that was atrocious. He has failed the first obstacle for the second time in his career. He failed it in 13 when it was the pole dash, and now he's failed the tombstones. But now at number 19, we have Avows the Samurai. Bit of an on and off competitor on this course, as you can see. Tournament 8, he failed the lily pads. Tournament 12, he failed the booby trap. And he is back here. It's been made slightly tougher since the last time he attempted it. It was buffed. In Tournament 13, he gets a big jump there off of the second one to go for the third, and he is through that obstacle onto the Diamondback. If he beats this, it's a personal best for Avows. Good jump there onto the second one. He's setting up for these jumps, going to the right side, going for the third. He is on it. Just a dismount. He's also taken some time to set for this dismount, but he is there. Personal best for Avows. Well done, sir. We'll see how far he can get as he now takes on the Baby Dragon. Avows. No! He came up short of the barrel. Didn't jump far enough forward on the trampoline. Looked like it was going to be close, but just wasn't going to be able to pull it off. But now we have the Chief. He's back. He missed the last tournament, but he's making his big return today. First time attempting the tombstones, and he beats it. But now it's the booby trap. This took him out 2 tournaments ago. See what he does today. Oh, he was already struggling here on the second set. Can he get to the third? Yes, he can. Can he pull it together, get to the fourth? No, he overshoots. He was trying to get one final bounce on that right side on the third set, but he couldn't do it. And He still has never beaten the second obstacle in 6 appearances, which is unfortunate. Now we have Foles. He beats the first obstacle for his 3rd time. He also missed the last tournament. In tournament 13, got to the Diamondback, beat this obstacle, which took him out in tournament 12. Foles gets through again. He is back to the Diamondback, the scene of the crime 2 tournaments ago, the last time he was here. And he's taking some time here, setting up for this jump to the second one. He slides way down, gets a save jump, but cannot stick. And Foles, 2 appearances in a row, it's the Diamondback that takes him out. And now at number 22, it's Foamy. I tell you what, this man is so dedicated, such a, nice competitor to watch. He roots for everyone, really tries his hardest. This course is just flat out not gone his way. He's had some good runs on other courses, but as we can see, 8 appearances in, he's yet to beat the 3rd obstacle. That's his big goal today, is get to the Baby Dragon. First things first, though, it's the tombstones. He's through that. Now it's the booby trap, though. This is taking him out in 2 of his last 3 appearances. He jumped really early going into it. That's going to be a problem. Oh, my goodness. Foamy, the curse continues. 9 appearances, and he is still hunting for that 3rd obstacle clear on this course. The booby trap really just a thorn in his side. Oh, my God, what did they do? With Chris to throw with Kate. She sucks. He also missed the last tournament. It's a popular trend. People who were not in the last tournament are here today. But yeah, Tricky Cyrus and Super Ninja Jake, 2 Brits, rooting on this other competitor from across the pond. I don't know if he's like British or Irish or wherever he's from, but I don't know. But anyways, Caden making good headway and beats the first obstacle, something he couldn't do in his debut performance. Now going for the booby trap. And he gets that 4th bouncer. Very nicely done. Oh, no! He went for the dismount and got a false bounce and couldn't make it. And Caden, he beat the booby trap in tournament 13. He will not beat it today. But now Caden is back on the starting line, as well as Tricky Cyrus again, to root on our next competitor, Super Ninja Jake 2. Bit of a drop in number. I believe he was like number 37 or 8 in the last tournament, and he's a lot lower today. But Jake obviously had a disappointing run in the last tournament when he failed the Diamondback. We've seen him have some good runs on this course. Tournament 13 is his personal best, getting to the pipe vault. We've also seen him beat stage 1 on quite a few different courses, so we know Jake is capable. We're just waiting on him to put it all together. It seems like a common trend with this course. There's a lot of really good competitors that have come around in recent months that have just not been able to beat stage 1 on this course for whatever reason. Jake beat the first obstacle, no problems, going smoothly through the booby trap. Textbook, well done. And now the Diamondback. He wants his revenge on this jump here. This is what he failed last time. Gets it, no problem today. Now going for the jump to the 3rd. Oh, he slides so far down, but he hangs in there. Grippy shoes or whatever paid off for him. But anyways, he's now jumping up the stairs, going right for the Baby Dragon. Super Ninja Jake, he lands the barrel again. This roll, I believe, was what took him out in tournament 12, though, so he's just got to, stay focused here. This obstacle, you are not going to be clear until you get to that platform, but Jake gets through, and he's got a reasonable amount of time left, 54 seconds, as he gets onto the buoy tilt, gets the jump to the 2nd, 48 seconds, gets some good tilt, and he's onto the 3rd, lets it tilt beautifully. Jake is the first competitor through the buoy tilt today onto the pipe vault. This took him out in tournament 13. He lands the first pole, jumps for the 2nd pole. Jake is there. 34 seconds left. Time is not super lenient. He needs to get up in 1, and he has done. 30 seconds left. Come on, Super Ninja Jake. He is onto the swivel swing. The last obstacle, he makes the tramp jump. Getting some punches is the way to do it. Didn't use the pole there, going for the 2nd one, but he is there. 16 seconds left. He's got enough time, I think. Jake goes to the 3rd swing and comes up short. No, we don't see people fail jumps in the middle of the obstacle like that too often, but that is what has just happened to Super Ninja Jake. It's a personal best for him and a great run, but as we take a look at this here, he didn't use the pole on any of his jumps. He had enough time to where he could have waited a little bit more, but he jumped a little bit early, did not use the pole to gain momentum to get to that 3rd swing. And Super Ninja Jake is out there so close to the finish line. I thought today might have been the day for him, but still a good performance nonetheless. As we move on to the halfway point of this tournament, Wolf Ninja 1225, wearing number 25. Well, I guess after him will be halfway. I digress. Wolf Ninja, another top competitor who also went down on the Diamondback in the last tournament. He's failed it in 2 of the last 3 tournaments, so hopefully he can get by it today. Definitely, I don't know if it's the quality of our field, but a lot less people struggling with the tombstones today, which is great to see. Wolf gets a really low bounce there on that 4th bouncer of the booby trap, but he gets through. And now the Diamondback, he wants this one. He jumps a little low, it looked like, but he is there. He's not really using the apex of the diamond. Going for the 3rd, he slides down, but he is good. Going for the dismount. And that's got to be a weight off of Wolf's shoulders. That obstacle that has given him trouble in the past is behind him. He's now onto the baby dragon. Good bounce onto the barrel. And now the roll down. He is all over the place. Wolf, no! That was really strange. He just didn't really get himself in position once he landed the barrel. And Wolf Ninja out on the baby dragon. But this takes us to number 26. This is Snoz. Snoz making his landmark 10th appearance in this tournament. He's got Deej there dancing around him to celebrate that, I guess, or pump Snoz up, I don't know. But anyway, Snoz had a bit of a step back in the last tournament, failed the Diamondback. Seems to be a popular trend that every now and again the Diamondback takes out multiple people that you just wouldn't expect. But Snoz smoothly through the first obstacle yet again, going right for the booby trap, just his favorite obstacle in the whole wide world, but he beats it no problems yet again, and now he's onto the Diamondback. Took him out last time. Come on, Snoz. Gets the jump from 1 to 2, no problems. This is the jump that he failed last time. Snoz is there. Well done, just the dismount, and he runs off! No, Snoz, he's blown the dismount. I thought Snoz was going to be back to the baby dragon, but that will not be the case today. But we move on to number 27, Z-Master. We have not seen him since Tournament 12. Wouldn't you believe it? He failed the Diamondback the last time he was here. That was the first tournament of this era, though. It's now the 4th tournament. A bit of a weird circle run-up. Going in for the booby trap. A bit of a false bounce. That's what took out Caden earlier, but it did not take out Z. And now he is on to the Diamondback. Gets the jump to the 2nd one. And now going for the 3rd. He gets it, no problems. Just this dismount, not to be taken lightly, as we just saw from Snoz. Z nails it, though. 70 seconds. He struggled with trampolines in the past. He's actually never beaten a trampoline obstacle in this course, but he makes the tramp jump today. Now it's the roll down. Yeah, as I was saying, he failed the Hop Rocket in Tournament 10, Rail Canyon with the trampoline in Tournament 11, but Z is looking good today. No save jumps required. Very impressive. 51 seconds, he's on to the buoy tilt. Gets some good tilt there on that first one. Makes the jump to the 2nd. Very nicely controlled there on the 2nd one as well. Oh no! Oh, he almost went too early, but he goes for it and he comes up short! Z! It was a great run on the buoy tilt, but that 3rd buoy just... it just threw him. He was going to go right for it, and then he stopped about halfway through, and he just couldn't get enough height to make it. But now we move on to number 28. It's Alpha Puma. I should have seen this one coming after I did the whole retirement in Tournament 10 and had all the sad music and stuff. But for the time being, he's unretired. And he's back, yeah. So again, he's missed 4 tournaments. We'll see how Puma does today. And oh my goodness, what a weird way to start. He used the right side of the starting platform. I feel like that makes that first jump harder, but nonetheless, Puma is through the tombstones, no problems. And what is he doing? Puma, oh my god, okay, he's going for a helix run up there, going for the booby trap, and he's to the 4th bouncer. And oh my goodness, Puma! That is a huge disappointment. A big personal worst for Puma. He fails the dismount of the booby trap. That is not what we wanted to see. But now at number 29, look who's here. It's Spenny37, better known as Killer Demand, with Chumpy and Hunter doing a very strange intro. It appears they're just switching their weapons just back and forth at rapid speed. And oh, Killer has joined in on the act. But yeah, we have not seen Killer since Tournament 7. In that tournament, Killer had a great run. He actually made both jumps of the crescent roll and actually fell off of the second, like he made the second jump and then actually got a save jump and over jumped the landing. It was very, a bizarre fail for sure, but no crescent roll, a lot of stuff he's not seen on this course. Killer beat the tombstones, no problems, now going through the booby trap. Bit caught on that fourth one, barely made the dismount. That dismount's been a little bit problematic today, despite it being the same as it has been in the last couple tournaments. But Killer now using that right side, going for the second diamond. Going for the third, he is there. Just the dismount to go. And Killer is on to the baby dragon once he gets up that stair. Killer gets a good jump, and he is onto the dragon. Now the roll down. Just got to keep yourself in good position here. He gets a save jump. Second one. And, oh, a bit of a low jump. He didn't get a whole lot of momentum, but he is through. 50 seconds left onto the buoy tilt. Killer goes for the second one. No! He probably could have made that if he crouched. Oh, it was a close jump. He could have either waited just a little bit more or got his crouch at a little bit better time. And, oh my goodness, what's going on? Okay. Usually we just cut to the next run, but it appears that Hunter... Well, Hunter was doing it, but Hunter's decided that this is uncalled for, considering Killer just failed, and so they're punching Chumpy in the water. Strafe is there, and Soul is there, and it appears that Killer is there to also join in. They're just going to have a boxing match or whatever. We'll let them do that as we move on to number 30. Look who's back, it's Daddy Cheese. Cheese was in 11 consecutive tournaments from tournaments 2 through 12, and then had a bit of a hiatus from jumping, took a few months off, which is understandable every now and again, and Cheese just wanted to kind of refocus himself, and I understand that for sure. So Cheese is back, hopefully with vengeance, hopefully he can get his first stage 1 clear today. Smoothly through the first obstacle, and now for the booby trap. Gets that fourth set. Still, you're not out of the woods until you get to the platform, and he is there. Now, onto the diamond back, which took him out in tournament 11. Cheese, oh my goodness, whoa! Cheese, he was a mile off. He was so far off to the side, there was no way he was going to pull that back. That's the risk of going for that fast technique there. Cheese is out there, and now we have another returnee from tournament 10. It's Swandron 97. He missed 4 consecutive tournaments, but he's back today for tournament 15. He beats the tombstones, no problems, considering it's basically an Aborigines first obstacle. I would have expected nothing less from one of the co-hosts of Aborigines. And he beats the booby trap, which took out the other tournament 10 returning competitor. You know what I mean. Swan gets a big low jump and gets a save jump there on that second diamond, going for the third. He is there. He was the second person to ever defeat this obstacle when it debuted in tournament 10, and now he has beaten it once again. But now in the obstacle, he's not faced the baby dragon. Swan lands the barrel, and now he's got to roll his way down with a minute on the clock. Swan keeping in good position here. Gets a save jump. Second one. Third one, the barrel hits the end of the track, but no problem. Swan is through and on to the buoy tilt. And oh, it didn't tilt the way he wanted. He's waiting. No! Swan, what in the world just happened? Swan is out on the buoy tilt. This obstacle is really starting to wreak havoc with a lot of competitors. As we see, he was going to go right for it, but the buoy was slow to tilt on his weight. And then as you can tell, with where he was on that buoy so far forward, he was not going to be able to gain the momentum to make it to that second one. And so he basically trying to back himself up. The buoy was too steep, and he was done there. But now, another competitor who had missed the last tournament is back. This is Fireball ZXC, formerly known as Beachy Fireball. He missed his first tournament in the last tournament, bringing our perfect attendance number, I believe, down to 8 or something like that. I probably should have researched that before I actually did the commentary. But either way, Fireball, again, he does a lot of tournaments, so it's really rare to see him miss a tournament on any course. But he is back here today and hoping to break his big streak of Stage 1 fails. He's failed Stage 1 5 appearances in a row. He's not beaten it since Tournament 8. They beat the Tombstones no problem, despite not ever attempting that obstacle before. Booby Trap is something he's used to, and he is through. Yeah, the last time he was here was in Tournament 13, and he failed the final jump of the stage. So we know Fireball can get to the end. It's just a matter of making that last jump and getting there in time, as he was smoothly through the diamond back there. And now going right for the baby dragon. Fireball lands the tramp jump beautifully. And now, time to roll him on down. This is what took him out in Tournament 12. He infamously punched himself off the side, touched the little support bar on the side of the barrel, but it didn't happen anything like that there, and he's got plenty of time left as he gets onto the buoy tilt. Lets it tilt on the first one, gets the second one, tilts pretty high there, but he is smoothly onto the third one, gets some tilt, goes to the dismount, and he is onto the pole, and he is onto the pipe fall. Fireball with 40 seconds, gets a weird landing on it, doesn't tilt forward right away, but it goes now. Fireball, he's got the second pole. 33 seconds left. Can he get the escape wall in one attempt? He can. 28 seconds left. Fireball should have enough time in hand to where if he doesn't need to take his time set up for some of these jumps, he can. 21 seconds. Come on, Fireball. Is this the day where Fireball breaks the dry spell? 15 seconds left. He gets onto the third swing, which Super Ninja Jake could not, but this is it, the final jump. Can Fireball make it? He can! He's done it! The streak is over, and for the first time since Tournament 8, Fireball has beaten Stage 1. We're so used to seeing him beat the Stage 1s virtually every single time on other courses. So, again, to see him overcome this dry spell on this course is awesome to see, and it's great to see Fireball pull it all together, especially considering he had not seen anyone clear before him. He saw a lot of fails on this obstacle, but he did it so smoothly. Got onto that second one, didn't crouch, which makes it a little bit more unpredictable, but it tilted very fast. He was able to get to that third one. Just really good awareness in controlling those buoys, and then smoothly through everything. This final jump, it's given him trouble in the past, but Fireball beautifully used the pole, timed it perfectly. Fireball back into Stage 2. This is awesome to see. Way to go, Fireball.
I get this last jump. Nice, Fireball! He's back!
He didn't fail the final jump again?
I didn't.
Nice job,
I didn't say a single word.
I know. Come back. First time
We
since
could always
Tournament
be
8.
so lucky.
In practice Stage 2, this feels weird.
Interesting to hear Hunter doing the stage clear music there. But yeah, great to see Fireball excited. Great to see the crowd excited for Fireball. They know how much it means to see Fireball break the curse of this course. And now we're on to number 33. This is Gotenks. Again, another competitor who missed the last tournament. But last time he was here, Tournament 13, he went down on the Baby Dragon. Tournament 12, he had an incredible performance, got all the way to the pipe vault. Finished in a three-way tie for 8th place in that tournament. One of just 10 people to beat the Baby Dragon in that tournament. Gotenks smoothly through the first 2 obstacles. Now for the Diamondback. Oh, I thought he was going to go right for that second one, but he takes a second to set up. Nothing wrong with that. This is an obstacle that's very difficult, but you can also burn some time. Gotenks slides way down, but gets a save jump. Now going for the dismount. Again, there's a lot of different techniques you can do, but Gotenks definitely took his time there, and look at how much less time he has compared to some of our other competitors. Gotenks overshoots the trampoline. Last time he attempted this obstacle, he jumped too far back on the trampoline. Today, he basically overjumped it, got a false bounce. And 2 appearances in a row, Gotenks out on that tramp jump on the Baby Dragon. But now, we're on to a competitor that knows what that is like. Number 34, it's Demigods. He had a great performance last time. Was the first competitor to defeat the Diamondback in the last tournament. I think he was like number 30 or something crazy, which goes to show how absolutely ridiculous the first half of Tournament 14 was. But Deej threw the booby trap yet again, which took him out in Tournament 13, and now he's on to the Diamondback. Demi lining up that right side, going for the second one. He sticks it. Now setting up, going for the third. Demi, no! He jumps too high. He jumps too high and just hit the front of the diamond. Could not even stick the ledge to land on, and he is out. 1 obstacle earlier than last time, and now we're on to number 35. This is Soul Reaper 1025. 2 tournaments in a row, Soul Reaper has gone down on the Baby Dragon. Tournament 13, I believe he failed the Tramp Jump. Tournament 14, last time he failed the Dismount. Oh my goodness, he skipped the 4th set of the Booby Trap entirely. I was trying to introduce him, and then he did something incredible. And now he's going right for the Diamondback, trying to make up some time here, going right for the 3rd. Oh no, Soul, he slides way down. He also jumped too high, could not stick that 3rd diamond. And 2 competitors in a row who got to the Baby Dragon last time go down on the Diamondback instead this time. But now here's our first competitor in the Perfect Attendance Club. This is Bubba Ace. Formerly known as Bubba Ace 37, he's wearing number 36 today, which is a bit of an anticlimax, but I digress. I talk about it every tournament, but Bubba's signature run, Tournament 3, when he beat Stage 1, probably the happiest you'll ever see someone back before I recorded audio during runs, but if I did, it would still be an incredible moment to look back on. But if you haven't seen it, go back and watch that. It's genuinely one of my favorite moments from this course. Bubba, though, got a big task ahead of him here, though, with this Diamondback. It's taken him out twice before, and he's just watched 2 competitors in a row fail this. Bubba goes for the 2nd one. He is there. And now going for the dismount. Took out Snoz earlier, but not Bubba. And now he is back to the scene of the crime. It's taken him out 2 tournaments in a row as well. I believe he's done the same thing as Soul. He failed his Tramp in 13. He beats it today. And now the roll down and the dismount, which took him out last time. He's staying in good control right now, albeit he's not going at the fastest pace, but Bubba Ace, he is going to get through the Baby Dragon 45 seconds. He's got to keep moving if he wants to clear, but let's see if he can beat this buoy tilt. It's been tough. He uses that pole to kind of controls the tilt. That's interesting. He gets that 3rd buoy. Well done, Bubba. And now he's waiting on it to tilt. Oh! I thought Bubba was there. He was in perfect position. If he got the jump off, Bubba was going to defeat this difficult obstacle, but another competitor. And man, they're really stacking up this obstacle, the buoy tilt, despite being made slightly different. It's taken out a lot of competitors. We're on to number 37, Drew TV. He, believe it or not, missed the last tournament. The last time he was here 2 tournaments ago, failed the Magic Wands. Had a pretty good performance. And now Drew is back, and he is already hung up here on the booby trap. He really needs to get his forward momentum going, and he's done that! Got to the 3rd, and then can't get to the 4th. Big step backwards there for Drew TV. He is down on just the 2nd obstacle today. But now we have number 38. This is Strafe Helix. Strafe, another competitor fighting one of those losing streaks. We saw Fireball break his earlier. Strafe's is even longer. He has failed Stage 1 in 8 consecutive appearances on this show. Last time he beat Stage 1 was Tournament 5. He has 2 final jump of Stage 1 failures in there in 2 of the last 3 tournaments. The last tournament, though, going down on the Baby Dragon. Strafe already through the first 2 obstacles and smoothly. Now going for the Diamondback. Second one, no problem. Going quickly for the 3rd. He jumped really high, but got a good crouch to land that 3rd diamond. Coming right up and taking a second to set up. This is wise considering he failed this obstacle last time, but he gets the jump on today. And now it's time to roll on down. Strafe gets a save jump. 2nd one. He will take it 3rd and get through that obstacle. And now for the buoy tilt. This has been super problematic so far. It's on that 1st one. Goes to the 2nd one. He is there. Going for the 3rd. He's there. 1 jump to go. He gets to jump off and gets onto the pole. Now for the pipe vault. 41 seconds. Strafe lands the 1st pole. He's got to time his jump right here. He jumps maybe a little early. Strafe lands it though. 33 seconds. He's going for this walk technique. We've seen it work for him in the past, and he's done it again. 28 seconds. Strafe is here yet again. Him versus the swivel sling. He's failed this obstacle 3 times in the past. Can he finally beat it today? This is it. He's on to the 2nd one. Come on, Strafe. 15 seconds left. He gets the 3rd. This is the final jump. Can Strafe get it today? Go, Strafe! No! Strafe! I don't believe it. The absolute horror. For the 3rd time in 4 tournaments, Strafe has come unstuck on the final jump of the stage. I can't believe it. This gets worse by the tournament. This gets more hard to just talk about by the tournament. Oh, tournaments 12 and 13. We watched a Strafe jumped a little bit late. Didn't really use that pole to gain momentum. Tournament 14, he failed the Baby Dragon. Bit of a, rough run, but he got all the way back to the end of the stage here today. And on this final jump, again, he didn't really use the pole, and today he jumps early, probably the closest he's come to making that jump. But if he had jumped either a little bit later or used that pole to his advantage just a little bit more, he'd be on to stage 2. Gosh, I'd love to see Strafe back on stage 2, but again, it's not going to be today. As we move on to number 39, this might be the first time he's ever run on daytime since we've started doing day and night runs. This is Chumpy. He beat stage 1 in tournament 13, however, last tournament failed the Baby Dragon mount for the second time in 3 tournaments. So we'll see how Chumpy goes here. And he's onto the booby trap, falls a little bit far behind on that second one, but catches his momentum back up smoothly, got through the rest of the obstacle, no problems. Chumpy now going for the Diamondback. Of course, he's got the signature Chumpy dismount. Will he go for it? No, a much more cautious Chumpy. That's what I like to see. No stupid dismount here today as he's going for the Baby Dragon. This took him out. Oh, he's going for the double jump, and he pulled it off today. That's what he wanted last time. Was able to land far back, get almost a false bounce, and then get a second jump off the trampoline. It's a weird technique, but he's pulled it off. And now Chumpy is through the Baby Dragon onto the buoy tilt, first time attempting this, and he lands on it, doesn't get a whole lot of tilt at all, has to wait on it, but gets that second one. It tilts back on him, he goes for the third, he's barely there. Chumpy goes to the dismount, and he comes up short. Chumpy, I think he could have had it if he had crouched, but he didn't get the crouch off. And Chumpy down on stage 1 for the 4th time in 5 tournaments. He used to be so consistent. He used to be almost a sure thing on stage 1, the closest you could get, besides being, weapon mat. But, yeah, bit of a bad run of luck here for Chumpy. As we move on to number 40, making his landmark 10th appearance. This is Tricky Cyrus. He's definitely come a long way as a jumper since he first debuted in Tournament 2 and was the first person to ever fail before the 4th obstacle in this course. But since then, he's really came into his own and become a very solid competitor on virtually every course. Oh my goodness, though, Cyrus able to control it and regain momentum. Well done. I thought he was dead to rights on the booby trap. It took him out in Tournament 13, but he is good. Whoa, I thought he just walked off the Diamondback, but that was just weird lag. Gets a save jump there on that second diamond. And going for the third. Cyrus, another save jump, but he is good. And now just this dismount. He did this in the last tournament, setting up this dismount. This burns quite a few seconds, and Cyrus well behind the pace already, but he's onto the Baby Dragon. He lands the mount onto it. Now he's rolling his way down. Keep himself in position, gets that first save jump, second one, goes to the dismount, and Cyrus wasn't super pretty, but he's there, but look at the clock, 44 seconds. Cyrus needs to move with absolute urgency. He can't afford any more mistakes, but he's doing so much better on this obstacle than he did last time. He failed to jump from the first to the second, and Cyrus has beaten that obstacle today, 30 seconds onto the pipe vault. He lands the first one. Can he get to the second? Cyrus, he gets the save jump, and he gets there. This is the best he's done in this era, but can he get the escape wall? It's absolutely essential. And he has 17 seconds. Cyrus has to put it in overdrive now. Come on, Cyrus. Going now onto the swivel swing for his first time, and he can't even get onto it. He fails the trampoline jump. He would have needed the absolute perfect swivel swing for him to clear, and just his cautiousness in the front half of stage 1 really came back to bite him once he got there towards the end. But that is a personal best for Cyrus. And we're now 40 competitors in, 1 clear on the board from Fireball as we move on to number 41. This is Cobra. Another one of those competitors that, like I said, I talked about it earlier. We've seen a ton of different competitors who've been super successful in a bunch of different courses. Cobra, really a prime example, just absolutely insanely talented on Spartan Ninja Warrior, but for some reason, he is 0 for 6 on this course. After just an incredible first 2 appearances, he's not been able to replicate getting to the last obstacle since then. Last tournament, he failed the dismount of the buoy tilt, and unfortunately for him, that jump has been made even harder today. So hopefully it will not get him here. But he He's through the first obstacle, now going for the booby trap, which surprisingly took him and Cyrus out in turn 13. But Cobra is through and on to the Diamondback. He gets to the second one, no problem, going quickly for the third, moving very efficiently and through the ad obstacle. 75 seconds as he's on to the Baby Dragon. Cobra gets that jump onto the barrel. Nicely done. And now, time to roll on down. He gets one punch on it. We've seen him punch it a few more times than that in the past, but doesn't matter. Cobra still gets through and with good pace at this point, but he's onto the obstacle that took him out last time. Cobra gets a good jump onto that second buoy. And good jump for the third. He is there. Can he get the dismount? Yes, with ease. A great dismount. And now he's on to the pipe vault, which took him out in tournament 12. He lands the pipe this time. Going for the second one. And he misses it. Oh, Cobra. He had time in hand, too. He was going to be able to afford 2 or 3 attempts at the escape wall and still have enough time to get through everything. But Cobra fails the pipe vault for his second time. He got the jump that took him out last time, but then he went right for the pipe vault, which is super bold. But as we can see, he kind of lands a little bit on that left side of the pole, which causes it to swing wildly to the right. I do kind of wish that Cobra would have just stopped there for a second, set himself up, and landed that jump. It would have fallen far straighter and made that jump way easier. But now it is time for number 42. This is 5-1. In the last tournament, he was 1 of the 3. We saw Cyrus and Cobra right before him. But yeah, we saw him fail the buoy tilt in the last tournament, failed to jump from the second to the third buoy. But besides that, Hunter has been super consistent on stage 1. He's beaten stage 1 10 out of 14 appearances, hoping to get clear number 11 today. He wasn't feeling super confident, though, about this run. He was feeling a little bit under the weather. He had just gotten his COVID booster shot, as well as his controller's not feeling super great at the minute, so we'll see how he does. But he's moving his way smoothly through the booby trap and through that. And now Hunter onto the Diamondback. Nicely onto the second one, takes a second before running up, going for the third. He is there and goes to the running jump on to the dismount. And he now will take on the Baby Dragon. Took him out in tournament 12, so I'm sure he's always got his eye on this one. He gets the mount onto it, but it was the roll that took him out in tournament 12. So hopefully Hunter can get it. Save jump, second one, and Hunter gets through. 54 seconds, takes a couple of shots, pauses here before the buoy tilt. Come on, Hunter. Gets good tilt there, gets the second one, no problem. Going for the third. He is there today. Going for the dismount, high jump. Oh, and he crouches beautifully. He nails that jump. 37 seconds, he goes to the pipe vault. He lands it. It's falling pretty straight. It looks like he goes to the second one. Ew, oh my goodness, I thought he fell off the front, but he is good. 28 seconds, can he get the escape wall? He has 25 seconds. He's got enough time to take it a little bit cautious if he needs to make these jumps. 18 seconds. Hunter punching his way around. He's going right to left here. Goes to that second side. 10 seconds on the clock. He can't dilly-dally too much. Come on, Hunter. 7 seconds. It might be closer than I thought. Come on, Hunter. Make the dismount. Go for it. Get to the buzzer. Oh, and he's done it. With less than a second on the clock, 0.65, 100 units, 751, living up to his usual pace. He always, struggles to beat that klaxon. And he did so again. I thought he had a lot more time than that, but it appears he just didn't go super fast there on the solo swing. But he is still cleared with 0.65 seconds left. And Hunter will return to the second stage for his 11th time in his career. Great to see. And we now have 2 Stage 1 finishers through the first 42 runs. And now we hear the all-familiar theme of Spartan Sasuke. Just only one thing, it is RPG 445. He beat Stage 1 in Tournament 12 to begin this era, but since then has taken a step backward in each of the last 2 tournaments. Failed the swivel swing in Tournament 13, and then the pipe vault in Tournament 14. We'll see how Rog does. He wore He was the 445th ever runner in the last tournament, which was kind of cool with his gamer tag, but now he's runner 493, which is kind of not as exciting. So hopefully Rog is still motivated to do well. But Rog, he kind of psyched me out there. I thought he was going for the right side, but he stays on the left side here of these diamonds and gets a save. Oh, whoa, he got a weird save jump that he didn't need, and he almost jumped off that third diamond, but he is okay. And now onto the baby dragon. Come on, Rog. And he's gotten it. Nicely done. A bit of a lower jump than some of our other competitors, but he still gets there. Now, he is standing up. He is living dangerously a little bit here. But Rog is going to get through that obstacle. 52 seconds left. He is on to the buoy tilt. He beat it in the last tournament. I expect him to do it again. He gets a good jump there from 1 to 2 as well as 2 to 3, going for the dismount. Nicely done. Oh my goodness, he's off to the right a little bit, but he is there. Takes a second here to set up for the pipe vault, which took him out last time. Oh, but he can't get onto the first pole. Rog failed the jump to the second pole, I believe, in the last tournament. And Rog is down even earlier than last time. And Rog continues his trend of declining in each tournament. That's now 3 tournaments in a row in which he's done worse than last time. Still not a bad run by any circumstance, but I know Rog wanted the buzzer, and he will not get it again today. But now at number 44, he's got quite the crowd. They did a little conga line around the corner of the starting platform. But it's El Booker Taco, and he was the heartbreak story of the last tournament. Timing out by 0.14 of a second here on stage 1. All the obstacles are the same, a couple modifications, but the time looks the same. So all he's got to do is go 0.14 of a second faster and do what he did last time, and he's going to beat this stage. And he's showing great urgency here on the first 2 obstacles. You would expect nothing less from a man just trying to find just a second anywhere on this course. And look at how well he just did the diamond bag. Nicely done. Going right for the baby dragon. Look at the urgency from Booker. This is great to see. Now, of course, Booker actually did this on the first 7 obstacles in the last tournament and went horrifically slow on the swivel swing. Granted, he beat the obstacle, but he was going to be, just struggling to make it in time with the pace he went, and of course, he came up just short. And now he's onto the buoy tilt, has been modified. This jump from 2 to 3 has been made easier, yes, but this jump has been made harder. Booker's there, and he's got 43 seconds. He's going for the pipe vault. He lands that first pipe, falling forward, goes to the second one, and he is there. 35 seconds. Can he get the escape wall in 1? We've seen quite a few people do that today, and Booker will join him. 29 seconds left. He is back to the swivel swing. Can he go slightly faster than last time? No punches again, but he got a great push on that first swing. Now he's starting to slow down here a little bit, but he's going much faster than last time still. He's got time to make this jump and set up for it if he needs to. 10 seconds. Come on, Booker. Can he get there? Yes! Booker exacts his revenge after the just disappointment he went through in the last tournament. Booker is returning to the second stage for just the second time in his career. That is awesome to see. He deserved it in the last tournament. He had such a good run. And he's going to get his chance once again on stage 2 today. Way to go, Booker. And now we're on to number 45. We get the metal music for the king of using metal in his videos on the great show Spartan Ninja Warrior. If you haven't checked it out, Flamosaurus. He unfortunately failed the first obstacle, stage 2 in the last tournament, though. He failed the beam flipper. See if Flame can get back to stage 2 and get some revenge on that obstacle today. Stage 2 is quite difficult in the early going last tournament. So, again, nothing, that first obstacle is very difficult, and Flame went for a risky technique and it didn't pay off. But he's playing it much more cautious here on the Diamondback than he did the beam flipper last time and gets through that obstacle. Now Flame going for the baby dragon, and he mounts it no problem. Now time to roll on down. Facing towards the crowd here. Again, multitude of techniques here on these barrels. It just doesn't really matter what you do as long as you get through it. Flame gets through. Now he's on to the buoy tilt. He beat it en route to beating stage 1 in the last tournament. And he gets a good jump there. Yes, he didn't need to crouch. Bit risky, but he pulls it off, and he's got 41 seconds going for the pipe vault. He misses the first pipe! Flame! Oh no! He has failed stage 1 for the second time in 3 tournaments, and it's at the hands of the pipe vault yet again. Although he failed to mount onto it again, he just didn't jump late enough going onto it. Oh, Flame, that's so unfortunate. But we do move on to number 46. It's Sonic Fan 10193. To think that Sonic failed stage 1 in his first 9 appearances. And now he's beaten stage 1 in all 3 of the Air 3 tournaments so far. Although he's yet to beat stage 2, he's come close really on each occasion. So we'll see if today's the day. But first things first, stage 1. Sonic got through those tombstones, no problem, going into the booby trap. Of course, he always calls it Pinball Alley. It's kind of funny, but, you know, I don't know. I had the name Booby Trap before he said Pinball Alley, so, you know, it is what it is. But anyways, he's making his way nicely through the Diamondback and through that obstacle. And now, oh, he missed a stair. It seems to be a common trend again this tournament. I don't know why my stairs are so difficult. But he gets them out onto the Baby Dragon. And now time to roll on down. Sonic standing up, looking forward. He's falling a little bit far forward, but he holds it all together and he gets through. 54 seconds going for the buoy tilt. Sonic, good jump to the second one. Gets a high jump, but nicely onto the third. Gold didn't get a whole lot of tilt for the dismount, but he is still there. 40 seconds left going for the pipe vault. Just took out a couple of his Texas comrades in Rog and Flame, but he falls forward, goes to the second one, he is there. Now Sonic takes a second to line himself up here for the escape wall. And no, he's not up in 1. It looked pretty good, but he is not there. And now he doesn't get it again. Sonic is now running low on time. He needs it absolutely here. And he didn't get it. Sonic, no. This is a disaster. This is such a good run, but he's missed a 4th attempt, the worst attempt so far. He knows he's blown it. Sonic Fan 10193 is going to go in the history books, and he is the first competitor to ever time up at the hands of the escape wall. That first attempt looked really good, and he just didn't get up high enough. And that is how Sonic Stage 1 streak ends. A bit of a shocker there. But now at number 47, it's time for Joey Davis, Faze, whatever you want to call him at this point. But we've talked about it quite a few times. The fact that he's failed stage 1 in 7 consecutive tournaments, and then not to mention he's beaten stage 1 now in the last 7 tournaments. But, you know, the fact that he's gotten the fastest time in every single one of them is crazy. So we'll see if he can go for that rapid pace yet again. Considering it's the exact same stage 1 virtually as last time, it'll be interesting to see if he can keep that pace up, maybe save a couple seconds somewhere. But he's moving nicely through the diamonds and through that. Joey going for the barrel and nicely onto the Baby Dragon. Rolling on down. Again, Joey desperate to get back to stage 2, mainly so he can get another crack at it. He was not happy after failing stage 2 in each of the last 2 tournaments. Joey is halfway to achieving that, getting to stage 2, but now he's onto the buoy tilt. Didn't get a whole lot of tilt on that second one. That cost him a second or 2. A bit of a tough scene there for the speed guy, but he, oh my goodness, he almost fell too far to the right, but he gets through onto the pipe vault and gets that first jump. Going for the second. Joey is there. 39 seconds left, and now he's doing the walking technique. We watched Strafe pull that off earlier. Joey will also pull it off. A multitude of techniques on that obstacle. Again, it's just finding your way into that mongoose however you can. And now Joey going for some strongman steroid punches on the swivel swing, and look at the time Joey has in hand. If he can make this jump, yes he can, no doubt. 18 seconds left on that stage 1 is insanely fast. I mean, this stage 1 time limit is very, very strict, to be quite honest with you. So the fact that Joey can beat that with 18 seconds left is truly a testament on how fast he actually is. And I think I was about a second or 2 faster than last time, like I said. And there was Snaz there testing the first obstacle out again for our next competitor. It worked for Smokey Massacre in the last tournament. We'll see if it's a good luck charm for this tournament. So we watched Smokey Massacre get his second ever trip to stage 3 last time. Going down at the hands of the Giga Cliffhanger, but it was a second place tournament, and it was a really big moment for Smokey. He always talks about consistency on courses. He's been a little bit erratic on stage 2 on this course, but it was great to see. Now we'll see if he can get a little bit of a streak going, gain a little bit of momentum. Ignore the crazy cameraman there. I think he accidentally pushed his big thumb into the right thumbstick to zoom in the camera, but he got through the booby trap super close up, and now he's speeding through the diamonds. Nicely done. Smokey now gonna have to take on the baby dragon, and he's onto it. Nicely done. Now time to roll on down. He's also looking forward. Smokey keeping it under control. Goes to the dismount. He is there. 55 seconds. He's onto the buoy tilt. Going quickly for the second buoy. And he is there. Not a whole lot of tilt again. He gets to the third. Going for the dismount. And he comes up short. Smokey. Right after getting to stage 3 in the last tournament, he has failed stage 1 for the second time in 3 tournaments. Oh my goodness, another strange run on this obstacle, the buoy tilt, taking out tons of people today. Smokey becomes the 7th victim of this obstacle. Smokey did not get a whole lot of height on those jumps from 1 to 2 or 2 to 3, but then he got a ton of height here on this jump for the dismount. And I think it's the same thing that happened to Chumpy. He didn't crouch in time. If he had crouched, he is there, no problems. But unfortunately, he just couldn't get enough of the distance by not crouching. And Smokey Massacre out on stage 1 yet again with Deej there shaking his head. You never want to see that. But now we're on to number 49. This is Petrillo Fam 4. Petrillo has beaten stage 1, as well as stage 2 in each of the last 5 tournaments. Petrillo eyeing that 6th stage 1 clear. He's got a big goal in mind today. If he can get his stage 2 clear today, he would set the record for most consecutive stage 3 appearances on this course. But he's been very clear that he just wants to take it one stage, one obstacle at a time, which is absolutely the right mindset to have. Petrillo moving smoothly through the booby trap, and nicely done. Petrillo really hungry to beat that cliffhanger, which is why I think he was so focused on the cliffhanger last time. He ended up kind of losing some focus. Didn't really... it's hard to say, but he definitely wasn't as focused as he could have been for the doorknob grasper last time, which is why he failed it. But now the baby dragon, he lands that jump no problems. We'll see if he goes for his array of save jumps. He usually gets like 10 he's using... Okay, now he's getting a bunch of save jumps that I'm used to seeing. Not as many as usual, but Petrillo definitely got a few save jumps there, and now he's on to the buoy tilt. He gets the jump to the second, and gets the jump to the third. He just watched Smokey fail his dismount. Petrillo will not. And now 45 seconds going for the pipe vault. He lands that first pipe, almost went a little bit too far forward, goes to the second. Petrillo gets it with a save jump. 37 seconds left. Onto the escape wall. Petrillo up in 1. Nicely done. 31 seconds left. And now he is onto the swivel swing. He's got a lot of time left. He can, take his time. I keep saying that, but we'll see if he does it or if he just goes for it. 19 seconds left. Petrillo's just got the final jump. He runs into the pole beautifully, gets a huge dismount. Made it with plenty of room to spare. And a really fast time for Petrillo there, 14.62 seconds left. And he'll be moving on to stage 2 for the 6th tournament in a row, for the 8th time in his career. And now, just 1 man to go. By the way, that was a wrong statistic. Petrillo's moving on for the 9th time in his career. But Weapon Matt, he's making his 15th appearance today. And he's beaten stage 1 in 13 of 14 previous appearances. Last tournament made his grand return to stage 3 for the first time since his 2nd total victory. And now we'll see if Matt can again get back to the 2nd stage. And maybe get back to even stage 3, maybe make a run at the final, we'll see. But he's smoothly through the first 2 obstacles. Now the Diamondback. We talked about it earlier, it can take anyone out at any given time. But Matt has never really struggled with this obstacle, and he's moving super fast here. Well done, Matt. Now the Baby Dragon. This jump took him out in tournament 12. It's only time failing stage 1, but he makes it no troubles yet again. Matt has done a really good job putting that Baby Dragon fail behind him in the last couple tournaments. And he's done it yet again. He's beaten that obstacle for the 3rd tournament in a row onto the buoy tilt. Oh, not a whole lot of tilt, but he gets it now. gets the second one, going for the third. He's gotten it, going for the dismount. Matt is through the buoy tilt, going for the pipe vault. Lands that first pipe, stands up immediately, goes to the second one. He is there. And now he's onto the escape wall. Weird, like, jump technique, and it worked. Oh my goodness, that was a very interesting one. And Matt saves a lot of time there. He took 3 attempts on that obstacle in the last tournament, but he gets up in 1 today, and he's got loads of time. He could actually potentially get Joey for the fastest time if he can make this dismount. And he didn't get Joey for the fastest time, but that is still a very solid run. Just a second slower than Joey. 17.19 seconds left, and the 2-time grand champion will get us to 6 stage 1 clears in really a flawless performance. No mistakes really anywhere on that stage. The buoy tilt was a little scary. I mean, it's been scary for basically everyone. I mean, you know, we saw all those fails on it, but even the people that are beating it kind of strange runs on it. But Matt was able to just keep himself composed, you know, eye up each jump and get really solid jumps on each one of those. The pipe vault looked a little scary. He jumped maybe a little earlier than I expected, but he still got that jump. Got this jump technique on the escape wall, and then the soul swing. He's never failed it before, and he still hasn't failed it. He beat it easily, and he's on to stage 2 yet again.
Wow, that was perfect. Holy. I apologize for the language there. Damn. I did not expect that.
Matt, I can't believe that language. Absurd. Oh, my ears.
That was fast.
Matt is not wrong. That was a very fast run. Only 1.22 seconds behind Joey Davis for the fastest time. But for the 4th tournament in a row, we see 6 stage 1 clears. Despite a couple tweaks to make this stage easier, really, instead of a bunch of fails in the front half, we saw a lot of fails spread across the board. 13 tombstone fails, half as many as last time. 7 buoy tilt fails, is kind of amazing. But now we're on to stage 2. This stage also unchanged from the last tournament, obstacle-wise, but as we can see, this first obstacle, the beam flipper, took out Flame, caused a lot of problems in the last tournament. It has been made easier. The beam has been made slightly wider. Should be a little bit easier to get around the corners and get some save jumps. And then you're onto the salmon ladder, which took out Joey in the last tournament. I know Joey's got his eye on those, in particular that last jump, which is slightly bigger. Then you're onto the ball glider, been around since tournament 1. The 10 degree and 15 degree track await our 6 competitors. And then they're onto the circle twist. 3 circles, you gotta jump your way around. Again, not a super difficult obstacle, but you gotta be sure that you're efficient to not burn too much time on it. Then you're on Pandora's box, stick one of those 2 small ledges on either side of the wall, jump to the pole and get off onto the super launch. Drive the mongoose off the ramp, get off and get onto the platform. And then you're on to the supermarket, 8 walls to crawl around, and get your way onto the finishing platform and get to the buzzer in 2 minutes.
Surprisingly enough, stage 1 was pretty dang smooth like butter, especially after failing it quite a lot in a row. Especially, that's not something I am known to do. But like I guess I just found the groove again. Hopefully we can find the groove again for later tournaments. But as far as stage 1 went, honestly, everything went good. Time went good. I didn't really have any struggles with anything. Stage 2 now is a familiar territory for me, but not recently for this course. I am feeling pretty confident on stage 2. I definitely could see myself on stage 3, but there are, of course, some obstacles that I could slip up on and could take me out. But I'm feeling pretty dang good.
Well, I'm sure it's obviously already been said, but this tournament's kind of rough with this semi-dodgy controller. So even before that became a problem, I didn't think I was going to clear. I was really worried about it. So honestly, that's probably made it one of the most sweetest clears I've had on this course. 11 times, that's just crazy. It went pretty well for me last time I got to this stage, even though I was going to run out of time. But you know, I'm just going to try and deliver. Sonic's standing here because he's my professional stalker. And he failed, so now I'm going to do this for both of us. But yeah, he sucked. I did good this tournament. Now I'm going to try and get to stage 3 for both of us.
Well, that stage 1 run
It was well, look, my hands are numb for about half the run. I was getting far, so you know how I feel. But stage 2 is supposed to be easier, but I don't expect it clear. I'm hoping I can at least get a new personal best, maybe reach the circle twist, get to the 4th obstacle at least. But I'm probably not. Probably gonna fail the first obstacle because I'm just the best jumper in the world, and nobody is better than me.
It feels good to beat stage 1 again, but it doesn't feel good to fail stage 2 twice in a row. So that's why I'm gonna beat it.
Stage 1 was pretty sketchy. I mean, I had a close call on the pole vault, but I was able to nicely pull it together and get through the stage. I'm honestly not trying not to think about getting the record here. I would love to go into the record books, but a part of me just wants to focus on the course directly. And that part of the course is the salmon ladder, which is probably the thing I've been struggling with the most. But if I get through that, I think I have a good shot at clearing and hopefully getting back to stage 3 and getting another shot at that cliffhanger.
Now, stage 1 was eerily smooth, which I hope doesn't come back to bite me here on stage 2, which has given me some troubles in the past. I'm hoping to clear it again, start the stage 3 streak back up, but anytime I clear stage 1, it's a good tournament.
All right, here we go. It seems like Groundhog Day at this point, but 6 competitors here on stage 2. 4 tournaments in a row, pretty crazy. And the first of them is this man, Fireball ZXC, here for the first time since Tournament 8, taking on the Beam Flipper. Now this time limit is pretty tight, 10 seconds less than the last tournament, mainly because this obstacle being nerfed, you can now complete it a lot faster, to be quite honest with you. As we're seeing from Fireball, he's moving very fast. And getting through in 19 seconds, that's a really good pace. And now he's going for the salmon ladder, spraying these rungs. Missed the spring there, but doesn't hit that next zone to activate the bar. Gets that bigger jump, and smoothly through the first 2 obstacles, going now for the ball glider. Taking a little bit of time to get it going here, but now he's rolling his way down. He failed this obstacle the last time he was on this stage in Tournament 8. Goes for the transfer, and he's there. This obstacle is exactly the same as it was in Tournament 8, so hopefully he can get his revenge here. Fireball goes for a wrangle and gets through easily, no problems. Now for a new obstacle for him, though, the circle twist. Actually, the first and the second obstacle were new to him as well, so I'm not sure why I'm, specializing this. But either way, he took a little bit of time there, transferring onto the second set as well as the third. He's burning a little bit of time here, but he gets through. Now for the Pandora's box. Come on, Fireball. What's Hunter doing up there? That's weird. But either way, Fireball is not distracted by the dancing Hunter unit on top of the Pandora's box. He gets through. And 33 seconds, he's onto the super launch. He's not attempted this obstacle since Tournament 5, and it's harder than it was then. Come on, Fireball. He's there. 23 seconds left. Fireball now into the supermarket. He's got to work his way around those walls. And it looks like he's moving pretty quick as he goes around the 4th wall with 13 seconds left. It's looking pretty good unless he makes a mistake here. 2 walls to go, 7 seconds. He gets around the 7th wall, final wall, and Fireball has done it. And for the first time since the last tournament of Era 1, Tournament 5, Fireball is going to stage 3. Very impressive to think about. The stage 1 drought, for him to go to stage 2. All the changes have been made to this stage, and he handled it all beautifully. Well done, Fireball. We are 1 for 1. Pretty much a dream start, I guess some would say, to stage 2. Now we're on 200 unit 751. We've talked about the losing streak enough on this show, but 9 consecutive failures here on the second stage. He's not beaten this stage since Tournament 1, although last time he was here, Tournament 13, was the closest he's come since that breakthrough first tournament. So we'll see if Hunter can pull it off today. 3 minutes on the clock. Hunter taking on the Beam Flipper for his first time. He was very thrilled last tournament, even though he didn't get to the stage that the wind chimes were gone. He was not the biggest wind chimes fan in the world. He skipped a jump there on the Beam Flipper. And now he's at the end of the second beam, going up for the third. And gets a skip there, and now onto the salmon ladder. He lines himself up, and he's getting these jumps vertically, normal jumps, the way you're kind of supposed to do this obstacle, but spring jumping's the thing. But wow, look at how fast he just did that. Didn't even stop to go for that bigger jump. That was very impressive. And Hunter now onto the ball glider. It's taken him out 3 times in the past. Hunter always fearful of this obstacle. He goes to the second ball. He is there. 71 seconds as he's now rolling his way down the second track. He's going to go for that wrangle again. And Hunter's gotten it. 64 seconds. He's on to the circle twist. And making his way across that first circle with no issues onto the second one. And oh, I thought he overjumped it. I thought he overjumped overjumped 2 of those pegs on that second set, but he really held himself together well. Didn't lose a whole lot of time, but he did lose some. He's now under Pandora's box. Hunter Unit 751. He gets pushed off the wall, but saves the ledge. Same thing that happened to Webb and Matt in the last tournament has happened to Hunter. And he gets through. 32 seconds left. He's on to the super launch. Can Hunter make the island again? He jumps, and he sticks it. 22 seconds left. It's not a guarantee, but he's got more time than the last time he was here. Hunter's got to keep moving. Those 15 seconds left for 6 walls. Oh my goodness, this is going to be so close. 12 seconds. He's onto the harder walls. 10 seconds. He's still got 3 walls to do. He gets around the 6th wall, which he couldn't 2 tournaments ago. Gets around the 7th. 1 wall to go. Hunter Unit, get there. He has. Oh my goodness. Hunter Unit 751. I don't believe my eyes. Hunter is on to stage 3 for the first time since tournament 1. It took him 14 tournaments to get back to this point, and in just absolute the Hunter Unit style at this point, he clears with next to no time remaining. 0.68 seconds left. He has beaten both stage 1 and stage 2 with less than a second. But he handled everything really well. Again, it wasn't the fastest pace, obviously, but he went at a pace where he could set up and control each jump. This was an amazing save jump here on the Pandora's box. Just like we saw from Weapon Matt last tournament, he held it together really well. He landed the island on the super launch, he speeded through the supermarket, and he's on to stage 3.
We're moving.
Hey,
Come on,
It's gotta
come on,
be
come on,
close. Oh,
come on,
no.
go, go,
Come
go.
on!
Let's go!
oh my God!
Let's go! Team Hunter all the way.
Oh my God!
They ain't got nothing on this
The
man.
broken controller! I'm not throwing this
It's
controller
the
away.
strap.
I'm keeping it. I'm keeping
What?
it.
What?
Oh, it's been
Let's
so
go,
long.
Hunter.
It's been 14
Hunter, I need you
tournaments
to
of
stand here.
pain.
I need you to stand here. I need you to stand there.
Oh.
Just trust me. Stand there.
Oh,
This is payback.
oh, that's payback. Oh my God!
What the hell?
Well
How many times have you
done.
been to stage 2?
Twice. This is only the second time. This is the first time since tournament 1.
Unbelievable. You can just hear the joy in his voice. The joy from everyone. They all couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. And Hunter Unit on to stage 3. I can't believe I'm saying that. This is awesome. What a great start to stage 2. We're 2 of 2. And now it's time for El Booker Taco. He's got a Foamy and Drew, and as well as Petrillo. Hopefully, not to be mean, but hopefully Petrillo is the one that rubs off of those 3 as far as talent compared to Drew and Foamy, because they've not done as well in this course as Petrillo has, that's for sure. But Booker was here in tournament 11. He failed the snapback in that tournament, and now his first time attempting the Era 3 second stage. And he gets a save jump there at the end of that second beam. He's not going super fast here on the beam flipper. You don't have to. You can make up time really on a lot of different points on this stage. He gets a safe jump at the end of the beam flipper, and he's onto the salmon ladder now. Oh my goodness, he gets this really weird save jump there. That could have been costly. And now he's going for this technique. This is what he did in tournament 11, kind of jumping towards the pegs there. It's a bit of a slower technique, but he thinks it's safer, and he's pulled it off again. But look at the time, 70 seconds. Booker already well down on the recommended pace at this point. But Booker now going for the ball glide. He's going for a wrangle in the transfer. A bit ill-advised, but he gets through. And now he's on to that steeper track, the 15-degree track. He goes for an early wrangle, a second one, and he is gone. Booker, you cannot go for a wrangle that early. It's just too difficult to control. And by the time he was going to try and get that second wrangle jump off, he was way too low. And unfortunate to see Booker go down there, but great to see Booker back to stage 2 after last tournament and the disappointment of him timing out at the stage 1 buzzer. But now it's Joey Davis's turn. He is hungry to beat this stage, but first things first, it's the beam flipper. He struggled with this obstacle a lot in practice in the last tournament. Obviously, it's been made easier, and he's moving quickly now. He's going to skip that last jump, basically, go right for the dismount, and he's on to the salmon ladder. And it looks like he's being a little bit more cautious so far. And now that final jump, he's being super duper cautious here. He still almost fell off to the side, but he is good. And now he pushes the ball forward. He knows he lost some time there on the salmon to try and beat it. He now is going to try and make up some time here on the rest of the stage. Gets the transfer on the ball glider, 70 seconds left. Rolling his way down, wrangles for the dismount, and he is there. 64 seconds onto the circle twist. He goes right for the 3 o'clock peg. And now making his way across onto the third set. And right for the dismount, 51 seconds left. He's going to use that left side again on Pandora's Box. Took him out in tournament 13 last time he was here. And he gets it today. Nicely done, Joey. 41 seconds left. He is through. He should have enough time if he can get through the super launch. Can he stick the island yet again? Joey nails it. 28 seconds left. It's looking good. Just don't make any dumb mistakes. Around that second wall. He's going for the third wall with 20 seconds left. He's now into the harder section. The gaps are about half as wide as they are on the front half. But Joey's used to that by now. Joey just playing it smart, not going for anything stupid. And Joey Davis, 5.70 seconds left. Kind of slow for his standards, but it doesn't matter. He is back to stage 3 for the first time since tournament 12. He has exacted his revenge on the stage after 2 disappointing runs for his standards in a row. Took his time on that final jump of the salmon ladder, and I don't blame him because he was able to make up time elsewhere. Nailed this jump on the Pandora's Box. Got pushed a little bit to the side, but not bad. He was able to get a good save jump, land that thin ledge, and get through that obstacle. Nailed the super launch. Got through the supermarket with no problem. Hit that buzzer. Joey Davis returning to stage 3 for the first time since tournament 12. I tell you what a start to the stage. 4 competitors up, and we already have 3 people moving on to stage 3. And now it's time for Petrillo Fam 4. A big run here, going for that record of 6 consecutive stage 3s in a row, trying to surpass Weapon Map from tournaments 7 through 11. Petrillo moving nicely. Oh my goodness, I thought he blew it! I thought he came off at the end of that second beam. I thought he overjumped it, but he got a great save jump to keep himself on course. And he gets through, now going for the salmon ladder. He seems to be the only person who really looks towards the camera instead of looking towards stage 1. But he's making his way up. Goes that bigger jump, and he's gotten it. He does seem to, take a second there to make sure he's on the top rung every time, which is okay. But now he's making his way down the ball glider. Again, he's failed this obstacle twice before, but he gets onto that second ball, and now rolling his way down, keeping it greatly under control. Petrillo says, I don't need a wrangle, I can do it without. No problems there, but 57 seconds, not a ton of time. He's gonna have to keep moving, but he is really good at this obstacle. This frog jump technique, or whatever he does, is just textbook. Look at that! He's through in just like 12 seconds. And now he is back right on pace. And he sticks the Pandora's Box. Oh, he gets an extra save jump. Probably cost him a second or 2, but he gets through that obstacle. 33 seconds, he gets his way up to the mongoose. It's time for the super launch. Can Petrillo stick the island? He can! Well done, 23 seconds. Gotta move a little bit, but we've seen him do it with much less time than that before in the past. Of course, tournament 11. You know, the second tournament in this streak in which he made it to the final stage. He beat this stage with 0.02 of a second left. I don't think he's gonna clear with that little amount of time left. And Petrillo fam is gonna put himself in the record books. 6 consecutive stage 3 appearances. It's truly just hard to stop this man when he's on his game. And lately on this course, he has just been absolutely on fire. Didn't have to do anything super flashy, super reckless to get through. He had his moments where he just took his time and was very smart about everything. But then he also had his moments of brilliance where he just goes fast and really picks up the pace, like here in the circle twist. Truly, he just does this as well as anyone. And Petrillo has put himself firmly into the history books, 6 consecutive stage 3s.
Woo! Baby! Record!
Yay.
Money.
Well, we will be seeing Petrillo join the 3 others. We have Fireball Hunter, Joey, and Petrillo in stage 3 so far. I know Weapon Matt would love to join him. Weapon Matt hunting his 11th stage 3 appearance. This stage 2 definitely has not been as difficult as we've seen in the past, but you know, this timeline is tricky. There's some tricky obstacles in here. Weapon Matt gotta stay focused. It's not a gimme still, but he is making his way quickly through the beam flipper, going up for that 3rd beam, and making these big corner jumps very nicely. And he is through that obstacle onto the salmon ladder. He's gonna spring this. Let's see if he can do it perfect. Look at this speed, my goodness. Oh, he missed one, but he didn't hit the zone, thankfully. He got away with it again. And now he is on to the ball glider. 82 seconds left. Weapon Matt going for the transfer. He is there. Crazy to think that transfer took him out in Tournament 1. He's made it every other time he's gotten here. And now he goes to the dismount and he is there. 65 seconds. He's going right for that 3 o'clock peg on the circle twist. And now he's making his way around. Now jumping up for that 3rd set. Taking a little bit of time here, but he's still moving at a good pace. 50 seconds left. He's going right for Pandora's box. Gets a good save jump. He lands the ledge going for the pole in the dismount. He is through. 41 seconds left. Matt at a blistering pace at this point. But it's all about this super launch. It took him out 2 tournaments ago. Can he get it? Matt has landed dead center. No doubts there. And now 28 seconds left. Matt, oh, he's moving with urgency here. He might be hunting, beating the klaxon. He's got 4 walls to go, 20 seconds left. He is moving very fast. You would think Matt is going to time out here with the pace he's going at, but instead, Matt is going to grab the 2nd fastest ever stage 2 clear time, 12.35 seconds left. Far and away the fastest time on this stage 2. Matt is moving on yet again, 11 times in 15 appearances on this course, 14 times on this stage. Matt moving on to stage 3. And that is a new record, ladies and gentlemen. We have 5 out of 6 moving on to stage 3. Matt getting the fastest time. Joey, the only other person to finish with more than 3 seconds left. Fireball, Petrillo, and Hunter also clearing. Unfortunately, we lost Booker Taco to the hands of the ball glider. But all in all, just an impressive stage 2. But now these 5 take on the 3rd stage, which has been super problematic ever since Weapon Matt achieved his 2nd total victory. And it all begins with the discus throw. One Joey Davis's favorite obstacle in the whole wide world. Make those jumps across the discuses, and then you're on to the precision pyramid. 7 poles you gotta jump your way across. All 25 feet apart. They go up until you get to the 4th one, and then they go back down. And then it's the doorknob grasper. We saw Petrillo fail this obstacle in the last tournament. It's a very difficult obstacle because those doorknobs are super thin, so they're difficult to stick. You gotta really just, keep yourself under control there. And then it's the Giga Cliffhanger. The only nerf on this obstacle is that 4th ledge. We saw Smokey fail that ledge in the last tournament. Has been made slightly thicker to hopefully make that jump a little bit easier to land. And of course, these corner jumps really are the staple part of this obstacle, but every jump on it is a challenge. Those 2 upward jumps Petrolo was able to get through in tournament 13, but a lot of competitors have had their eyes on that jump, on those jumps as well. Then this final corner is what took out Petrillo in tournament 13. No one has been able to solve this obstacle yet, but if anyone is able to solve the 13 ledges from hell, then they are on to the final 3 obstacles, beginning with the castle wall. 8 pegs, all perfect crouches or spring jumps, whatever you choose. And you go directly into the pipe bombs. You got 5 pipe bombs, very difficult to stick. You got to work your way around those, get onto the green bar of safety, and attempt the flying bar. You got 5 bars, 1 will be there at a time. If you can make your way across all those difficult jumps and get to that final platform, you're going to be climbing for total victory later on.
Oh man, being back on stage 3, gonna do a little stage. You know, actually stage 2 went pretty good. Stage 2 went about as good as stage 1 went for me. I'd say. I mean, I got through it. Coming into stage 3, you know, for me, I'm always pretty comfortable on stage 3. But this stage 3, after not being on an Irish stage 3 in a very, very long time, it's different. It's new to me. You know, I'm feeling it. I'm trying it out. I personally think, and I'd be happy with getting to the cliffhanger. And a cliffhanger clear would be great. A cliffhanger fail would be great as well. I'm just happy to be here. But we'll see what happens. You know, I'm excited.
Wow. You know, tournament 1, it was a tough stage 2. I was the only person that cleared it. I cleared with a fraction of a second, and I had a great start to Irish Warrior. Who would have thought it'd take me 14 tournaments to get back here? Yeah, there's been a lot of stage 2 fails, but honestly, the only thing I felt like I was worried about was the time limit on that stage 2, and I'm glad everything came through, even if it was only just. I mean, booster jab, throbbing arm, cough, dodgy controller, and we're still standing. And you know, it's moments like this that make me fall in love with jumping all over again. I was so happy when I made it to that finish line on stage 2. It was just awesome. And now stage 3, I would love to get to the cliffhanger again, but there's a very good chance I could fall before that. I just want to try and avoid failing the first obstacle if I can, and hopefully have as long a run as possible and enjoy this stage 3 attempt.
Man, that stage 2 run was really sketch, but stage 3, yeah, I failed the cliffhanger last time I was here. I really want to beat this thing, like that's my ultimate goal, but there's a lot of tough obstacles, and I just gotta take it one at a time. And this cliffhanger though is the hardest stage 3 obstacle I've ever attempted, but hopefully I can get there and defeat it.
Huge weight lifted off my shoulders with stage 2. I'm happy to get through it. But you know, I am not really satisfied yet. It's nice to have that little record, but the real thing right here is beating this doorknob grasper and cliffhanger, which I have been doing in practice, so I think I have a shot at doing it if I can at least get back to that last corner jump, or to the back corner jump of the cliffhanger. And wish me luck, everybody.
Stage 2, similar to stage 1, was eerily smooth. I went a little bit slower than I probably wanted to, but I still was able to execute, beat the klaxon. And stage 3 for me, I think, is all about just improving, hopefully at least. But it's nice to be here. If I can get back to that corner jump, hopefully I can beat it and get a little further on that cliffhanger, and if not just the cliffhanger, the rest of the stage. But I'm just happy to be here again.
Well, here we go, ladies and gentlemen, a record-setting group of competitors. 5 of them here, and I think we have 4. Oh, well, we had 4 of them. Petrolo just fell off the platform, but 4 of them were on the platform. First man to go here, Fireball ZXZ. Again, he has not been here in a very long time. Since Tournament 5, the last tournament of Era 1, so a lot of the stage will appear very different to him. So it will be fascinating to see how Fireball handles this stage for his first time taking it on in 10 tournaments. Fireball, no time limit for the 7 obstacles between him and the final stage. Fireball's been so good on other courses on stage 3s. We'll see how he handles all these new obstacles, all beginning with the discus throw. He sticks that downward jump, that is the big problem jump, and gets the jump up onto the 6th. And Fireball is through 1 obstacle. Now this obstacle is actually one he's attempted before. He attempted the Precision Pyramid back in Tournament 5, and it was the exact same layout as this. It was buffed in that tournament, and it has been the same ever since. And Fireball has no issues with that. But now as the Doorknob Grasper, took out Petrillo last time, so everyone's got their eye on this obstacle. But he's moving smoothly. He's onto the 6th, 7, 8, 9, and he's off of it. And now Fireball onto the Giga Cliffhanger. He gets the first lateral jump, and now the first upward jump, and he is onto the 3rd ledge, going down. This jump has been made a little bit easier. Good save jump from Fireball. He lands it, and now the first corner wrap. Fireball gets a huge spring. He gets a safe jump, and he gets around the corner. Fireball nicely through the first corner jump, gets the first lateral jump, going for the second one a little bit farther. And he is there. And he's now got these 2 upward jumps. And oh my goodness, what's he doing? Oh, a spring! A second spring! Oh my goodness gracious, what a technique. Fireball has beaten 2 very difficult jumps in the span of 2 seconds, and he gets the drop down, going for the crazy jump with the shot. He does that on Halo Ninja Warrior all the time, and he's done it again here. Now he's just got this final corner wrap. Fireball gets a spring. He gets a save jump. A second one. Fireball has done it. Oh my goodness gracious. Fireball has done the improbable, the unthinkable, the unbelievable. Fireball has defeated the Giga Cliffhanger. Some people thought it might not ever happen in this iteration, but my goodness, Fireball has pulled it off. He nailed the corner wrap. This is an absurd technique. They're going for these upward jumps. Jump, spring, spring. The amount of confidence and just commitment you have to make those jumps is just something else. And then this final corner wrap, we've only seen Petrillo ever take it on. Fireball is able to get around the corner, control his arc, and land that ledge perfectly. This is it.
Spaghetti! Spaghetti! Oh,
Fireball.
Spaghetti! Spaghetti!
Oh, Fireball.
I have
Well
nothing
done,
to
man.
say.
We've heard Fireball say weird words in the past to beat obstacles. We've had to give him this technique from Spartan Sasuke last time around. But unbelievable. Fireball with just an insane run through the Giga Cliffhanger, and he now is just 3 obstacles away from a trip to the final stage. And 3 obstacles might not seem like a lot, but he's still got a long way to go in uncharted territory. First, the castle wall. Fireball taking a second to kind of take in the moment. Understandable considering just the gravity of what he's just done, the sheer accomplishment. Now, he's on the first peg, going up to second. Perfect crouch, nicely done. Getting a couple save jumps. Just making sure he's in position. And now going for the 3rd with a spring, and he comes uncrouched and he doesn't make it. And just as we celebrate Fireball's incredible accomplishment beating the Cliffhanger, his hopes of getting to the final are dashed on the castle wall. He becomes the first victim of this very difficult obstacle. He nailed that first jump, no problem, but he came uncrouched going for the 2nd, and that was the end of his day.
Go on.
Oh no! No! I didn't get. I had the spring too. I didn't get the crouch. Ah man.
Man, what a performance, though, from Fireball. And he's now back on the starting platform, along with Petrillo, who changed his armor to look like Hunter Unit as well. They all have the Hunter Unit helmets on, and Joey did not comply because, I don't know, Joey's no fun or something. But either way, Hunter Unit 751 He's here for the first time since Tournament 1. Needless to say, things look a little different around here on Stage 3. But he failed the original iteration of the Cliffhanger EX in Tournament 1. But now, Hunter Unit nails that downward jump with a save jump on the discus throw, and he is through the first obstacle. Takes a second there to shoot at the crowd. Celebrate this moment. Just, you know, take your time. I mean, Hunter did such a great job taking his time on every obstacle, every jump on stage 1 and 2, clearing with a whopping combined 1.33 seconds left on the first 2 stages, which is a record, by the way. So, you know, congratulations, Hunter, I guess. But he's on to the Precision Pyramid. Obviously, he had the pillar path on his course for ages. Similar jumps to those, but these jumps are much closer, all the same distance apart. They are farther than they were in Tournament 1, but he is making these jumps no problem. He's on to the 4th one. Going quickly now for these downward jumps. We've seen a few other people do this. It works for Hunter as well. He is through the second obstacle. And now Hunter has to deal with the doorknob grasper. Once he jumps in that first one, the wall will come down. And he's got 9 doorknobs between him and a rematch with the Cliffhanger. It's kind of like a frog jump into it, and now he's going through it. And looked a little wild here on the first couple jumps, but he's now got a good rhythm going. And Hunter gets through the doorknob grasper. Again, shooting at the crowd. And it's now him versus the Cliffhanger yet again, but the Cliffhanger has gotten so much tougher than it used to be. The Giga Cliffhanger, we've seen it can be done. We'll see if Hunter can do it. Oh my goodness, he did a slide jump there for the jump from 1 to 2. A bit of a weird technique, but he pulled it off. Jumps up to the 3rd, going now down to the 4th ledge. Hunter gets a save jump. Now jumping up to the 5th ledge. And now this is absolutely the jump Hunter was worried about. He's shooting at the crowd again. He's just trying to soak up that airtime. He knows this might be the end of his tournament here. Hunter Unit goes for it. He gets a save jump! And I don't think he believes it, but he has made the first corner jump. He was shooting at the crowd about ready to accept defeat, but his run is still well and truly alive. He makes the first lateral jump. Now the second jump is a little bit farther, and he has made that. Now, I've never really seen Hunter do a spring, so if he would do the fireball technique here, this would be kind of absurd, but he's taking a second to line up these upward jumps. He gets the first one nicely, going for the upper, harder jump, and he doesn't get it. Hunter did such a great job on this stage, and really this tournament in general, taking his time on each jump. But I tell you what, that seemed like the first jump all tournament that he kind of went recklessly into. He kind of recklessly went into that second upward jump, and I wonder if that cost him here. Look at how he just set up, you know, really took a second here going for that first upward jump, made it nicely, but then on the second one, he just didn't jump high enough, kind of clipped the front of that ledge, and was then dispatched quickly to the side. And it's a great run for Hunter. Awesome to see him back on stage 3, but he will not become the second person to defeat the Giga Cliffhanger. Mere minutes after Fireball was able to accomplish that feat. But now, here we go. Joey Davis Vaze. He's the only person ever failed this obstacle. He still finds it very difficult. The discus throw drop. Can he make this jump? He gets a save jump. Nicely done, Joey. And he is through the first obstacle. That is got to be a huge weight lifted off his shoulders. It seems like it has been the last couple times he's been here on this stage. But now he's on to the Precision Pyramid. Again, Joey taking his time on this obstacle. You don't want to go super reckless. And there's another weapon mat spin. Again, I don't know why he stole the weapon mat spin off of that obstacle, but it seems like anyone can do that now. I don't know. But Joey making his way smoothly across these doorknobs. He beat it with no issues in Tournament 12. He's beaten it again here in Tournament 15, but now he wants a better effort on this obstacle, the Giga Cliffhanger. Makes the jump to the second ledge. This is the jump he failed kind of in a dumb way in Tournament 15. He made it. Going for the 4th. Nails it, no problems. Going up for the 5th. And now the first corner wrap. He's going to take a second, get himself into position, get around that corner as far as he can. He gets it up. He goes for a double jump, and he will not make it. Joey comes off on the first corner wrap. Bit unfortunate. He pulls this technique off a lot in practice, but I don't think this is really the best technique. As you can see, he jumps up and then tries to get the second jump around, but he almost hits the ledge and almost gets pushed off the wall going for that second jump, so he was already too far off the wall and just couldn't bring himself back in on the right angle to nail that jump. But still good to see Joey back on stage 3, and now 2 competitors remain in the hunt to get to the final and a total victory today. First them being Patrol Fam 4. He's got Flame, Joey, and Rog there on the starting line with him. And Rog's going to give him the back slap to hopefully get Petrillo past the doorknob grasper and past that cliffhanger that's been a thorn in his side in this era. We will see how Petrillo will do his 6th time in a row here on this stage. He obviously beat this stage in Tournament 11, but he's failed it in the last 3 tournaments. He really wants to beat it. He makes that drop on the discus throw, save jump on the upward jump, and he gets through the first obstacle. Now going for the precision pyramid. He will get a save jump there on that first pole. The second pole, he's there, no problem. Trillo taking it 1 jump at a time. Definitely the way to do it. And now he's going for the quick approach here, going down. And no spin or fancy business there. Petrillo, now he is a lot more focused, it seems like, on this doorknob grasper. Not to say he wasn't last tournament, but he definitely had his sights firmly on the cliffhanger. But now it's on this obstacle as well. Petrillo, though, is looking more like he did in tournaments 11 through 13 on this obstacle, and Petrillo has gotten his revenge on that. Well done. He is back to the cliffhanger. The Giga Cliffhanger. One of the hardest obstacles, definitely on this course, maybe in Halo jumping history. He saw Fireball do it earlier. He knows he can do it. He goes to the drop to the 4th ledge. He gets a save jump, and he lands it. Now he's got to jump up. He gets the 5th ledge. First corner wrap. Petrillo goes for it. He gets the save jump. Nicely done. He is around the first corner. Going for the first lateral jump. He's gotten it. And now he's got to back himself up to gain the momentum to go for the second one. He's gotten that as well. Now these 2 upward jumps. He saw Fireball beat this, Hunter fail this. He jumps up to the first, he jumps too far and he saves himself, barely. That was close. Now jumping up for the second upward jump. He has gotten it. Petrillo now got this drop down. He gets a save jump. Now the crazy jump across. Petrillo, he's nailed it. He is back to where he got to in Tournament 13. It was this jump that ended Tournament 13 for him. He wants to beat this thing so bad. He's going to take his time, set up for this jump. Petrillo. No, he jumps too wide again. Deja vu all over again. Petrillo Fam 4 for the 3rd time. The Giga Cliffhanger has taken him out. This is what happened in Tournament 13. As we can see, he jumps up and just couldn't get far enough around to get to that ledge. And then today, he had, Tournament 13, he wasn't really sure where he was going to get to. This was really the jump he absolutely was determined to get in this tournament. And unfortunately, he did the same thing. He just couldn't bring himself far enough around on that jump and land that ledge. And it's so disappointing. Petrillo had his sights on beating that obstacle, but it's going to have to wait for another day. And now, here we are again, with 1 competitor left on stage 3. Weapon Matt, the last man standing. It's kind of crazy. I can't even count the amount of times that he's been the last man standing on this course at this point, but it's been a lot. It seems like virtually every tournament at this point. But now, Weapon Matt, about to take his 11th venture onto the 3rd stage. First things first, it's the discus throw. We've seen 4 competitors beat it before him. Matt will make that drop. Nicely done. Goes up to the last one. and gets a smooth little 180 there, and he will be the 5th competitor to defeat the discus throw this tournament and get onto the precision pyramid. Matt taking these save jumps on each pole. Very smart, but he's landing these jumps with no problems. Not gonna go super fast here down. It looks like he's stopping on each pole. Nothing wrong with that whatsoever. Here comes the spin. He's gotten it. I just love that. And I don't know. For some reason, Matt, because he's the first person to do it, I think it just looks cooler. But he sticks that first doorknob. Now going for the doorknob grasper. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He is gotten through, and with another 180. Kind of risky because that dismount is sneaky far, but he's gotten through. Now he's on to the Giga Cliffhanger. He goes for the jump to the second ledge. He's gotten it. Goes up to the third. Nicely done. Now the drop down. He beat this last tournament. He was the only person to beat it, and everyone's beaten that jump now. That's been made a little bit easier this time. Now the corner wrap that ended the last tournament. Matt, he gets the spring and gets around the corner. Well done, Matt. And now he gets that jump to the first of the first lateral jumps, going for the second one. He's nailed that as well. And now these upward jumps that took out Hunter Unit. He gets the first one. Save jumps a little bit far out, but he makes it. Now he's setting himself up to go for the second one. And he does the same thing as Hunter. And that is it for the tournament. Weapon Matt has improved on last time, but he has dispatched on the Giga Cliffhanger for the second tournament in a row. Hard to believe. We saw Fireball beat this obstacle earlier, but we've now seen 4 top jumpers behind him fail it, all in their own different ways. Matt did a good job on that corner jump, but as we can see, he just didn't get up high enough to land that final ledge. He does the same thing as Hunter. He just basically clips his feet on the bottom and bumps him off to the side. And that is the end of the tournament for Matt and all 50 competitors. But what an incredible tournament. We saw 6 beat stage 1, 5 beat stage 2, a new record, and DHG Fireball. Fireball ZXE is his actual gamer tag, but I still call him DHG Fireball. He has set new ground, and by becoming the first competitor to defeat the Giga Cliffhanger, we know it is possible. And we will see if someone can make that next step and get to the final stage in the next tournament. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you very soon for Tournament 16 of Irish Warrior.